Hey guys, welcome to how to make an active ragdoll in Unreal Engine 4. This is a clean project. Nothing has changed. Pretty much just created it. So yeah. So to create an active ragdoll, you're gonna need a couple of things. So there's a site online called mixmo.com. So you want to log into, make an Adobe account, log in. Once you're all logged in, you should be able to figure out how to do that. Browse animations. I have two, and that is floating. Yeah, this one here. You can kind of mess around with this till you've got it how you like it. And pane. Hold on. If you search up pane, you should find this one, writhing in pain, something like that. Anyway, once you got those two animations, save them. Make sure you get you don't have to make sure you get just get a character like Beta or something. It should automatically select Beta. It'll look like this. So these are my settings for floating, which I liked. So basically just mess around until you have it how you like it. But this is how I have mine. So yeah, once you've got that, you want to create a new folder. I'm going to call mine Beta. You want to come in here and you want to drag in. So when you get the character models and you've extracted them, you'll get one of them called Beta, or whatever the character you chose. Drag that in and just import it as its own skeleton and import. And once it is imported, you'll have it, and then we'll put our animations in. So then we're gonna come back out here again, and I've just got a game stuff, I think. Floating and writhing in pain. I'm gonna drag these in and select skeleton as Beta and import all. So what you want to do now is we're gonna just launch up the animation so we can have a look how they are. So here's the two animations. So you want to come here to Beta, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a retargeting source. Well, not hold on. Yeah, so when we're in Beta, we're gonna go to skeleton, retarget manager, add a new retarget source, then just call it Beta. You want to click select rig and come up here to select humanoid rig. You don't want to do any root. You want to start with the hips, edge the pelvis. Spine 01 will be spine. Spine 02 will be spine 1. Spine 3 will be spine 2. Clavicle L will be left shoulder. Upper arm will be left arm. Lower arm will be left forearm. And the hand is left hand, obviously. Do the same thing with the right. It's pretty basic. Neck 01 is I normally choose neck 1 or neck, and then head's automatically selected. Thighs is pretty obvious. Left up leg, left leg, and then left foot. Right, and then you do the right. Oh, sorry, not that one. Right up leg, right leg, right foot. Right, so after that's done, you want to press save pose. Just press that a couple times. Just make sure everything's there, and you're good to go. So now you want to come back here and come to content, into mannequin, character, mesh, the skeleton. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing. We're going to add a new retarget source, SK mannequin, or I'm just going to call it that. When you select humanoid rig, everything is selected automatically. But what you want to do is kind of move this to the side, come up here to perspective, and do front. we're going to make a T-pose now. So what you're going to do is select the upper arm and move it up around 50 degrees on each side. Now I want to select the lower arm and move it down 10 degrees or so. I say just 10 degrees is fine. And then select your hand and move it up like 10 as well. So, after you've got this kind of T-pose, you want to come to top. You want to you're going to have to come over here, so just minimize. Upper arm, I move this in a bit. You want to come to the upper arm, well actually no, lower arm, and move it here 30 degrees. And then do the same on the other arm. No. And then the hand, just move it like 10 degrees. After you've got this, come back in your retarget manager. Retarget manager. Where's my retarget manager gone? Oh, here you are. Okay, so I didn't see that. And you want to press save pose and view pose. So it'll go back to this thing, but if you press view pose, it should. Yep. So now you're finished with all this. So, yep. Come back into the content beta or whatever you saved it as, and select both of them. Right click, retarget, duplicate anim resource, and then select T-pose. You should have this kind of looking thing, and press retarget. Now, here is the animations. You see, they're working well. Normally, you'd just get a T-pose, so it's important that you do that step. Move here. I'm going to put this into my animations. So, now, we're going to actually start creating the active ragdoll. So, come into character, mannequin character mesh, and then the ragdoll. To start off with, you have this. And basically, all his bones just go all floppy. And that's not what we want. We want like something that moves around. So to do that, you're going to see nothing really. You're going to come up here to window. Yeah, window. And you want to click physical and asset. It'll come up like here or something. Just I move it down here. Personal preference. Yeah, now I go there. Oh, I'll keep like this. Create a new physical. Oops, sorry, I wasn't talking to the mic. Create a physical animation profile, which is the top one here. I'm gonna call this number 1. So we want to, from there, press Control A when you've clicked in here. I'm just going to try to... Still can't get that to go down here. Oh, there you go. Got it. So I want to select all by pressing Control and A and come to Profiles and number 1. And then down here, it should say Physical Animations and click Add to Profile. What we're going to do from there is just do these magic numbers. 1,000, 100, 1,000, 1,000, 1. Oh, I pressed something. Come back here. 100. So if that's done, if you press similar, he kind of is like a T-pose. He's trying to hold his T-pose. What we're going to do is come up here to animation and select floating. And now you can see. Ah. Now, I recommend messing around with these values. For me, I actually like it at 5,000. 550, 550. So basically, these are, if you turn off local simulation, he kind of starts flipping out, I guess, if you ask me. Ah! Goodbye. So just make sure this is ticked if you want to do an active ragdoll. So the lower these numbers are, the more ragdoll, the less muscle control he has. So this, and you might be thinking, that is done, but it's not. So we'll just save this for now. You want to come into content, third person blueprints, and click your third person character. So in here, make sure you drag these up onto this tab, so you've got your example map and everything. You're going to see all this, and it's quite confusing. I recommend deleting this unless you're making a virtual reality game. So basically what we're going to start off by doing is, hold on, we're going to add a component, and we're going to type in so we should be able to find physical animation, and here it is. Set skeletal mesh component, and that will be mesh. So try to get this. So drag your physical animation down. Sorry, I didn't really explain that very well, did I? Get your physical animation, drag it in somewhere, and you want to do set skeletal mesh component. Neaten it up a bit. You want to also grab your mesh and drag it in here and put it here. You want to right click somewhere here and press right keyboard E, or whatever letter you want to go ragdoll. You want to click this. So you might be thinking, what is this going to do? It's going to do absolutely nothing. For now, what we're going to I'm going to show you something. So you want to do set all bodies below simulate physics, and here you want to right click and promote to variable, and it should come up over here. I'm going to type in pelvis and compile, and this you might have details over here or something. You want to type in pelvis with only lowercase, and okay, it's automatically done that because we promoted it to a variable. And you want to press new simulate. Make sure both of these are ticked. So you might think, he's going to kind of just look a bit derpy. There's a couple things we want to do. We're going to come here to mesh. Collision presets. Press that down. So ragdoll. You want to do custom. Press ignore. And you want to click world static, dynamic, and destructible. One really important thing is physics only, no query collision. Now you should see that your ragdoll falls, except you can walk around, and that's not what we want, alright? So we're going to come up here and right click and type event. Sorry about my loud keyboard, by the way. I can't type today. Tick. So we're going to drag off here. We're going to set world location. Set world location. Come down here and find capsule component. The new location, we're going to come up here and get socket location on the mesh. And again, we're going to get the pelvis. But you're going to notice that this just kind of makes your guy freak out a bit. We're going to create a new variable over here. We're going to call this one is ragdoll. I like to put a question mark. So basically when we press E, we want to set is ragdoll to true. And we'll come over here and we want to... So branch is basically an if statement. So it's checking something. So every couple milliseconds, it's checking whether I'm ragdoll or whether I've gone ragdoll. And if I have gone ragdoll, well, it's going to do this stuff. So you notice we can walk around fine, and then here. But this time you'll notice that it's following. So, yeah, shout out to Jonas. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, I'm sorry. I'll leave him a link in the description. I found out how to do this. But yeah, he kind of flops around now, and the camera follows. Right. But this isn't very active ragdoll, is it? So, I'm just going to move this across here. What we're going to do is we're going to grab here, and we're going to go apply physical animation settings below. And just connect this, and connect this. The body name is again pelvis. Physical animation data. What we're going to do is I can't remember what it's called. Right click, split pin struct. So, this is basically the same thing that we did in our here. So, the thing about active ragdolls is this is dynamic. This is basically just a testing stage. All the real work is in here. So we're going to put in our magic numbers. 550. Well, 550. Not 50,000. 50. So, this means... Sorry, nothing happened. Oh, that's right. Sorry, I've done something wrong here, sorry. Oh. You want to make physical animation data. I don't know why this is important, but apparently it is. 1,000, we're doing the same thing. Oh, not 1,000. 550. This should do something, if I'm correct. Okay, I think mine will. Oh, no, it didn't crash, okay. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh no, it's working. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I did something wrong. How you can test this is pressing. If you press W, he should start running. Oops, I just went into. But as you can see, it looks like he's. If I jump, he's like moving around and stuff. Like he's trying to play the animations, but he's going all floppy. Here's where we're gonna write play animation mesh, and we want to click floating. Make sure you look here at the path. Make sure it is game mannequin animations or wherever you put it, and tick looping. So now he's like, ah! That wasn't a very good example. He's like flying around. But when he lands, he's going to continue to flail, and I don't want that to particularly. You might, but I don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here, event landed. You want to right click and split the piece. I've gotten really confused. Event landed. Oh. What I'm... Jeez, I'm such an idiot. We're gonna do... God. We're not gonna do sound effects today. Unless we want to do sound effects, which I might do. Condition is Ragdoll. And if I am Ragdoll, then we're going to play animation. Writhing in pain, make sure it's the right one. So now when he lands, he kind of stops flailing around. I like to press looping. So now you got a way more realistic kind of Ragdoll. It is cool. I like how it works. I don't know. I thought it was fun to share. I'd seen no tutorials about how to do it, so I thought, you know, here's the maybe the first tutorial on how to make an active ragdoll in UE4. Please, if you're watching this, if you recreated this, add some things and please comment what you added, and I think it would be cool to find out what people are going to do with this. So, yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.